Hey y'all, welcome back to the Den of Fuckery. If you are a heifer call out watcher, as I know a lot of you are, and thank you to the 591 who have decided to subscribe to my nonsense. Now, as you know, I've been in and out of the hospital for a bit because of different complications with hypocalcemia, which is a low calcium level. So I'll be talking about that more tonight on my Bonnet Chronicles on Twitch. I do intend to make an announcement about coming to YouTube. I think it'll be a win-win since I only want to try to do these call-outs once a week because they kind of exhaust my soul. And the first video shouldn't have too much smacking because it's a piggy edit, but I'm doing a double feature for y'all because I missed a lot while I was in the hospital, and I don't want to make up all of it because she's had a lot of mukbangs. She also had a allegedly 13-pound weight gain, even though she had bragged about losing 15 pounds when she got back to Kuwait. So there's a lot to take in this heifer's messy life, and I don't want to waste all my energy on her fuck shit. So we're going to get this started because I don't want a really long intro. I just want to thank everybody for the well wishes, everybody who helped out with the fundraiser, because missing that many days of gigs and stuff and my partner having to travel downstate because they kept shipping me downstate, yeah, it was rough. But thanks to you all, we're in a good place, and I promise you, once we can start building back up, we will pay it forward. Thank you all. I'm going to get started first with Piggy, and then with another favorite editor of mine, Chicken Pickle, because she did the latest spaghetti one, which was a food crime. But let's get this started while I have the energy. And, oh, where's that button? There we go, browser. That's why I tell people, OBS is my jam.
Hi. So, I was feeling a bit too skinny, so I thought I would have a cheat meal. Anyway, so yeah.
I'm always taken out by Piggy's stretch edits. Whew, Lord. And this is what she started with her, well, technically she had the seafood and rice mukbang, which that was an ordeal to get through. I did not want to listen to her chewing. You cannot eat a platter full of rice and think you're going to be okay. But as you can see, she doubled up on her Taco Bell, including fries, because carbs and soda is exactly what you need when you're a diabetic. And since I had to have a lot of labs and blood tests, my glucose range goes between 80 to 99 most of the time because I am not diabetic, honey.
I'm having Taco Bell Tuesday for my cheat meal, I guess. So I'm having...
How is it a cheat meal when all you do is eat? Your life is a cheat meal. Ugh.
This is their double quesadilla meal. This is double quesadilla. No, this is just them serving normal portions because they're cheap as is. Normally, I guess, if they, like, if this is double, they only give you this. Normally? No, sorry.
Exactly, Piggy.
Right.
But she
Cheese
doesn't
fries,
listen.
diet,
She's bad with finances and
snacks.
everything. Ketchup.
It's the only diet they had. And I have yogurt instead of sour cream. So I'm just gonna make do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I don't think Salah lives with her. Not after embarrassing his family.
I want to talk about
Gross.
some things that I've seen comments from people commenting on my videos. The only reason you want to get healthy now and lose weight now, because there always has to be some kind of like ulterior motive that's negative. There can't be anything ever positive.
Honey, because honestly, you think people hit the space bar to pause you? I guess there are some people that don't use OBS. I can just pause you by clicking. Dum-dum. You found out your man was cheating with Kybella. You found out your man fat shamed you. You came flying back, wallowed your ass through several airports to make sure you could keep tabs on that man who doesn't even live with you anymore, because look at the disarray. Now you're saying that you're not losing weight for anything but you, but you're not losing weight. You're up 13 pounds, allegedly, because I think it's more from those walking videos, but I'll get to that later.
Positive in my life, right? Is because of the fact
You don't have positive. Ugh.
you don't want to be cheated on.
And that's
you want your man to be
fact.
attracted to you.
Exactly.
Okay, number one, when you say things like this, you're basically saying that nobody overweight or fat, even obese, whatever, can be loved or somebody can't be.
Shut the fuck up. I get so annoyed with her trying to be sanctimonious about her weight when you literally whale fish a lot into thinking you were a little bit smaller, just cute thick, which is what I'm trying to get down to as well. What troubles me about the shit you're saying about how nobody obese can find love is plenty of obese people find love, or at least partnerships. Have you not watched My 600-Pound Life? Granted, I met my partner way smaller. During the pandemic, like a lot of people, baking and making your own food and not understanding choices, you put on some weight. But I've never gotten to your size after getting my bariatric surgery again, honey, so I don't know what you're going on about. It's not the size, it's the character. And you only attract predators. So your misery or your relationships, that's on you. That's none of our business.
Be attracted to them.
Nobody's attracted to you. Maybe Pete's.
Number 2, my husband met me and I was fat.
Once again, whale fished him. Once again, he knew you were fat, but he didn't know you were fat. There's a difference. I'm fat right now, and I can admit it. I have slimmed down quite a bit being in the hospital. 21 pounds. You can't relate. Once I am cleared after seeing the specialist next week, I'll be able to get back to my fit bunks. You can't say that. You bragged about doing half the fitness regimen your doctor recommended for you to start shedding some pounds, and you took pauses. Forget all the way the heck out of here. You get on my nerves. And I meant to say fuck, but I'm trying to be a little bit more YouTube friendly. I don't think I can. I am unapologetically mean, and I don't care. She will never love a man as much as she loves shoveling that much food in her face. I just had to say it, y'all. You can see it. She gets an old face every time she binges. I bet she's never had a man make her do that for real. Maybe the crack demon in Canada who's claiming to sue 170 channels. Get over yourself, get clean, and stop abusing women, Canadian crack demon. Ugh.
Being on video before we met in person.
Shut up. That red lipstick is not doing it for you, blotchy face, skin, and everything. Just stop. I know she does this shit to annoy us, and I guess congrats, because I'm already annoyed and I'm less than 2 minutes in.
And the video apparently adds pounds. For being on video for hours and hours.
Man. Now, depending on camera angles, depending on the position I'm in, yeah, sometimes you look thicker, sometimes you don't. But like I told you, it's in the wrists, it's in the fingers, it's in the neck. You can see when somebody's actually losing weight, you dummy. I don't understand why you keep lying. Also, I see underneath there the next 90-day fiance parody. Please get and subscribe to Dank Fooper too. If you're not subscribed to Piggy, do it as well. Dank Fooper made me laugh so much in the hospital. It was just amazing. Hannibal too. But Hannibal, you almost knocked me out with some of your stuff. I gotta watch myself around your stuff because I was laughing so hard. They thought I was having palpitations. I had to go to bed after because I couldn't. It was a lot.
Hours a day, he would know how fat I am.
Yeah, in that text to Kai Bella, he said she was a lot bigger in person than he expected, but he expected you to go get the weight loss surgery in Canada and stick to it, which, hilarious that neither one of you know what that entails. But he also told his wannabe mistress, because she was just honey trapping him, that he could lift her. But do go on about how the man wants you and how fat people deserve love, even though a fatty like me already knew that. Ring, real rings, both of them from my man. This I had to move from this finger to this finger because this one slips off now. You can't relate, heifer.
Third, the person he was talking to was also fat. And last.
So you're proving that he has a thing for chubbies every once in a while, but that's chubby, not hyper morbidly obese. I'm going to keep adding because I used mega morbidly, super morbidly, but you are hyper morbidly obese. Look at all that food you're shoveling into your face. You're a diabetic man. I bet you haven't seen, what is that called? A blood glucose under 100 in years. And that's crazy. Because when I tested at 99 yesterday at the lab for glucose after I had breakfast, because I've had to add orange juice, I had to add a little bit of milk, I had my oatmeal. That even brings your sugars up, but I still don't go over 100. So I don't know what game you're playing, but it's your life to throw away.
Yes.
Ugh. Ugh.
Why would I stay married to someone
No
who
home
isn't
train.
attracted to me?
Because you're desperate, stupid. You would stay married because you want somebody, you want an appeal of somebody claiming you, and that's on you. But you act like you've never been with a man that wasn't attracted to you. The Canadian crack demon wasn't that long ago, and you're still pining for him because you bring him up every other video in some way, shape, or form. You will chase a man that doesn't want you. That's documented. Get the fuck out of here with your nonsense. Exactly, Piggy.
If you're ever feeling that way, then you need to find someone who does like you for yourself.
Okay, quick sidebar, because this bitch is boring as usual. The bum in Florida, which, like I said, I can't bring him up a lot, but I do like to compare him to what I have now because I'm in a good place. One of the first things he said when we were dating, and I was not as big as I got towards the end of our relationship because I was eating my misery while being with him, was, "You'd be a lot cuter if you slimmed down." And that was the first red flag that I ignored. I thought he was just being funny. He wasn't being funny. Then he decided he would try to make me as bedbound as possible so that I wouldn't leave him. Now, I know people are like, "Tin, you do these things in your bed." Right now, since we moved into a new house, this is the most comfortable room where I don't have to lug my equipment back and forth. I've tried in the kitchen. The acoustics weren't working out. So I don't really have to explain. But a lot of you have seen my fit bongs. You know I'm active. You know I've been in the hospital. And you know I've actually lost weight, unlike this lying heifer. So I don't want to hear what she has to say about weight loss for a partner. When I was with my partner, I was still chunky, but I wasn't as big as I got during the pandemic. And he has stayed by my side, going to the hospital with me, advocating for me when they tried to give me medicine that would have given me anaphylactic shock. Because when you're with a partner, they want to make sure you're here with them. When I said I needed a bike to get started and build my stamina up, got me that exercise bike. We're building a pool on our land. There is so much that a partner that loves you, that wants you to be here with them, will do for you. One of the things he said to me was, "If we have to move closer to town, we'll do it. I don't want to lose my home." He goes, "I don't want this home without you." You will never understand what that feels like. And it makes me sad for you, but not too much, because I don't like you, heifer.
In your good and bad situations, everything.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Exactly.
What happened has nothing to do with my weight. And if it did, I could easily find someone who appreciates me for how I am.
X the doubt.
Never, ever mistake that.
She's really smug for somebody who lost a man to a beezer once, clearly, and then almost lost this one to a honey trap. You know, I can get any... Prove it, heifer. Bring your scat bot into the videos, because he's been MIA for almost a month. The only time I see him is in parodies, and I'm loving the parodies. Airy Pepperoni did a really funny one with the Scatman song. FFG does the howdy ho, and it's just hilarious. I know she does not want the embarrassment, but it's already documented on the internet, honey. Either own your mess or cut this out, because your smug routine isn't fooling us at all. I can only take so much I hate eating.
No, you need to do things for yourself. You don't change for any man. You don't change for anyone.
You're literally wearing a hijab because the man told you that if you showed your legs, he would kill you, which is not a joke and not fucking funny. But on top of that, coming from you who constantly shifts whatever you believe, whatever you're into, to whatever your partner's with, shut all the way the fuck up with this advice. Nobody's asking you for it. Nobody needs it from you, you culture vulture.
You change for yourself. Because if you really love someone, you're not gonna only love.
If somebody really loves you, they want the best you, dummy. It's not about changing yourself for someone. It's about wanting to be here and wanting to be healthy and not wanting your partner going through being a caretaker for you instead. But you don't understand that because you're a narcissist undiagnosed. You're more than likely a sociopath like me undiagnosed. You won't get mental health help and you keep making excuses. You rather trauma dump on people who watch your shitty videos. And I am glad that I am a React to the React channel. I give the reactors more than enough time and they get enough views. And I know you want to sue and then you wanted to be a reactor yourself. But that video's coming up, so I'm not going to go on too much of a tangent. But fuck off with your shitty advice. Shit, Dad.
Love them if they change. That's not love.
Fuck you. You can love somebody and not want to see them eat themselves to death. It's not love to continuously harm yourself when you have a partner that allegedly cares about you either. Have you thought about that? Can you think about anybody but yourself in this situation? Think about how Salah feels watching you literally poison yourself and expand and be harder to take care of. But you can't because you're a fucking narcissist. Undiagnosed. Whew, watching her eat.
Again, that's basically saying nobody who's like overweight is deserving of love. If they have weight issues, if they have problems, if they're not perfect, if they're...
Shut up. Orange slice for calcium. No one's saying that. A lot of people in my country are morbidly, super morbidly, and even mega morbidly obese, and they do fine with love. Your problem is you're very selfish, you're very self-centered, you want to be cared for, you want to be catered to, and it's exhausting being with anybody like that. But you can't see it because you don't want to see it. And because you don't want to see it, Salah suffers, Pete suffered, BB suffered. I'm not going to say the crack demon suffered because you paid a lot to try to keep him and he still dumped you. So the root of the equation of your relationship problems isn't your weight, it's you. It's your everything.
They're not running, if they're not super fit. Dumbest comments.
There have been super fit friends of mine that are single on purpose because people can be dogs. So I can agree with you that if you can find love when you're a bigger size, because apparently social-wise it's not a good thing to be a big woman or a big man, then you know sometimes you found your one, but you haven't found your one because you freaking lied to him about your size. You cover up your body. You're ashamed of what's under that hijab and abaya. So stop it. I don't know who you're trying to convince at this point, but the smugness is irking me.
From a reaction channel saying, well, maybe you should have been aware, like you let yourself go. Maybe that's why.
No, and this is why I wanted to. Okay, calm down, Tim. You want to keep your levels just right. Don't flush out your system calling this stupid idiot out. You got one more to go to. Nobody said you let yourself go. You've never been, honey. 7 years on YouTube, you have always been more up than down with your weight. What the fuck are you talking about, let yourself go? Are you finally admitting that you gained like 150 pounds in Kuwait? Because you were in the 3s and now we know you're clearly in the 4s? Because unless you're saying that, when the fuck did you when did you even start? You probably let yourself go at 10. Wow, she's delusional. Delusional.
Cheated. Coming from reactors who...
I'm not even gonna... I'll finish this in a moment because I love when she writes that. He cheated because he never loved you and only cared for the financial gain and potential papers. And now he knows you're just a pay pig that he's going to milk until you are in your grave. And whether you like it or not, whether you care that reaction channels say it or not, we got eyeballs, heifer.
Who look like this.
Okay, she's obsessed with FFG, so we're gonna skip forward because Heifer got a crush on FFG, and I don't care. I'm an FFG fan, unapologetic. I'm a Digital Underground fan, Hayaba, unapologetic. I like a lot of reactors, and when you see me talking or leaving comments, that means I'm watching your channel because I want to show support. If I can join you, I try as well, but honestly speaking, there are so many like international. Like I said, I've seen German reactors, I've seen British reactors, I've seen American, Canadian, all over the place. You probably even got some Spanish reactors to your fuck shit now. You are an international called out heifer. You must feel proud, dum dum.
Relationship. And you never will. Guarantee he talks to us.
We don't care about your relationship anymore. We know he's a scat man that's using you. We know that he's too much of a coward to even be by your side. He wasn't by your side when you announced you had diabetes. He ain't by your side now after embarrassing you all over the internet. I don't see why you're bragging, honey.
Other women, guaranteed, and he cheats on you all the time, guaranteed. Wow. You think you're special? Like, what makes you special?
What the fuck was that? So you brag about him talking to other women and cheating, and it doesn't make the person special? It ain't about being special, honey. It's about finding a partner that respects you. Okay, whatever.
It's our business.
She finished 2 of those quesadillas.
Usually when people are unfaithful, it's about them. The shit community that fat shames.
Nobody's even fat shaming right now because we see you're fat. That's never going to change. Fight me on it. Your man not only cheated on you, he has a poop and grape fetish. I would much rather talk about that, but you keep throwing your big ass in front of the camera instead. So yeah, we get to call you big ass. Show the shitty ass guy instead so that we can pick him apart a little bit. Oh, you're protecting your man. You're trying to be private. You don't want his feelings hurt because he might dump you. You're missing out on coins, which I know you care about. We're going to get to that soon.
Me, while looking like this?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm done. That was supposedly both FFG and Yaba, the Digital Underground. We know you sweat their channels, heifer. But I'm going to get to the next one because, like I said, this bitch is already zapping my energy like an energy vampire. And I am not doing another stint in the hospital because I've been wearing myself out yelling at her. As you see, I'm trying to be a little bit more calmer when I call her out. But the rage might build in this next one because she already walked it back. So not only is it like her community tabs where she has all that mouth but cowardly deletes it because she doesn't want to get in trouble, and she'll blame it on a Muslim sister. Heifer, what? Are you serious? But we'll get to that soon. Because she changed her mind real quick about being pious again. She changed her mind real quick about listening to her fellow sister because she's cosplay culture vulturing. But let's get this chicken pickle one loaded up and get some react to that. Because she is another one of my favorite editors. Oh, I hate these commercials. This is weird. Oh, go back and make sure I get Piggy to like.
What is this?
Give me a moment. I'll have to do that off screen. I don't know if it shows financial stuff.
She's so gross, she will never find love. The only one who can love this woman is a good love.
I have to see what Chicken Pickle charges for her membership too. I'll do that on the browser. Because I've been enjoying her stuff for months.
Damn, I'm jelly.
Hello, little gherkins. Well, another day, another mukbang and pretend health bees from Colossal Colette. If there's one thing Chantal will always do, it's eat a massive amount of food and then act like she gives a damn about her health.
Yep.
Let's get right into it.
Well, hello, beautiful people.
Am I crooked? The table's creaking, sorry.
Actual napkin. Not to make fun of her because struggle is real for those of us with thick thighs, but you're normally smaller on the bottom and thicker on the top. But I know the struggle trying to get my thighs underneath like a table, and that's what you're giving right now. It's like you're trying to shove your gut underneath the table to hide it, and it ain't working, heifer, so stop it. It's embarrassing for you.
Hello.
Immediately punchable.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm hot and sweaty, but I'm sweaty.
It's supposed to be winter in Kuwait, and and you're hot and sweaty all the time, and ain't nothing sweet about you, you sourpuss. Whew, she irks my soul.
So I have a glass of ice. I have to mix my drink. Unimate.
Skipping ahead.
Plate, but the inside, and I spread the pasta out, you know.
I gotta go back.
Eating a serving dish full of pasta while wheezing and sweating. Great marketing.
Yeah, so here's the pasta. Chicken pasta. It looks like it is a big plate, but the inside... And
I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not probably get through all of this because just the way she says pasta gets on my nerves. She acts like she's from NYC. Who in court calls it pasta? Are you trying to make fun of my accent, heifer? Because it varies. I've lived in the South, but I was born and raised in New York City, and I lived there 18 years before I bounced to warmer climate. You lose that accent, though, heifer, and you don't need to be calling it pasta. You ain't from New York, you ain't from New Jersey, and I think some people in Pennsylvania might do it, too. But that is an accent that you do not need to co-opt, you culture vulture. I think Boston does, too, but who knows? It's all New England. And we all have a weird accent, the way we say car, beans, pasta sometimes. But I knew how to say pasta properly. Because I wasn't going to say pasta around my Italian friends. They would fucking look at me like I'm crazy.
The pasta out, you know, so it's not like a mountain.
So, I'm sorry to interrupt Chicken Pickle, but even if you mounted it up, you put it on a serving platter. This isn't even the worst of her food crimes. I'm going to let Chicken Pickle finish and try to listen to this shit.
Try all the optical illusions you want. We can still tell that's a shitload of pasta.
Yep.
Refreshing, sugar-free lemon tea drink.
Well, she's going to keep pushing that MLM sludge. And I'm telling you right now, go to a doctor. As somebody who just recently had a serious health scare, go to a doctor. Do not take your weight loss, dietary, or any kind of intake advice from this heifer who, need I remind you, in under a week, because some people are being generous and giving it a full week. No. It was under a week that she gained 13 pounds, allegedly, and I still think it was more. She's a liar who lies with diabetes, and that's too much food, too much sodium, and MLM swirl. And I think that's cheese, but we'll get to that soon.
Because yerba mate is like herbal tea, but whatever.
Whatever.
All right, bismillah. We have some pickles. We have some parm, because you know.
I ain't never had fucking pickles with my pasta. Like, for real, I've been pregnant and I've never done that combo. Her taste buds must be burnt to all high heaven crisp.
I cannot have pasta without it.
You can. You should. You already made cheese in the pasta, which evaporated because cheddar cheese does not work in pasta like that. But this is, like I said, just the tip of the iceberg of the food crimes. And she swears because she didn't completely put a mountain of Parmesan, even though to me she did, on that pasta, that it's okay. If she really had a doctor, they would be calling her house right now or trying to call somebody that would come in and stop this shit, because this is a food crime. And this is going to hurt her more than it hurts anybody watching.
This is my first meal of the day.
Oh my God, stop.
It is 4:30
Stop.
p.m. My schedule is a little
Too much
full.
cheese.
Good thing you have that sugar-free drink. Wouldn't want you to overdo it with that entire bottle of Parmesan. But
Exactly, and not to interrupt Chicken Pickle again, but who the fuck starts their day at 4:30? No, for real. When I was a teenager, I say teenager to about 23, because I gamed a lot, especially once I got out on my own, playing video games all night. Sometimes you got a late start, but that's normally about 12 or 1. Once you become an actual functioning adult with a good job, which I got at 23, being a bookkeeper for a few years. No, I started part-time 19, but I got the full-time management position at 23. You learn sleep is your friend. Dum-dum. And after being a mom, yeah, there's no fucking way I could start. If I started my day at 4:30 and I wasn't completely comatose sick, which I don't do, when I was in the hospital, I got to sleep a lot more. I didn't enjoy it. But, and that was only when they weren't waking me up for labs, but I don't want to get into that. Either way, starting your day at 4:30 is so unhealthy that I can't even imagine what that's like. You live like a freaking child, basically. Did you have a lot of nap times? You want, and I know some people want to call it fasting, what she's doing. She's asleep in a diabetic coma because she shovels a bunch of food in her face. Get the fuck out of here. Or she stays up all night watching reaction channels, getting mad because we call out the shit you've put on the internet and call out your scat bot.
But don't worry, it's her first meal of the day, because she just rolled out of bed and slapped this onto the hubcap.
I can't even believe
Hashtag
that.
fasting.
I hate these little chunks that you have to kind of...
Don't eat that shit, done. I have several things of different parmesans because different meals call for them. I have the little container that's really finely shredded. It looks almost like shredded mozzarella, but it's parmesan. I only use it whenever I need it for salad and whatnot, and you just use a little sprinkle of that. That little shaky thing, that's for guests. I don't want them using my good parmesan so they get that cheap stuff. You're using the cheap stuff. Way to go, heifer.
You know?
No.
Break apart yourself?
Because good parmesan normally doesn't clump, but the cheap stuff does. I'm just saying. And no offense to those of you who like the powdery, like, parmesan. There's taste buds for everybody. I just prefer mine to actually taste good, and that shit in the can don't taste good to me. Sorry.
Alright, let's start with let's break our fast with a pickle. Now these pickles taste different.
I ain't never had pickles for breakfast, and once again, I'd like to remind you, I had a baby a few years back. Now, I've had some weird food combinations while I was pregnant, but nothing like this. Pasta and pickles? You would think she was carrying something in her gut outside carbs, lies, and diabetes blood. But this is just her natural diet.
You can see the herbs at the bottom. They have tarragon, garlic, and they're
Yeah, because that's what CPAP stink breath needs in her life. Now, I love garlic. I cook with garlic. It is a staple in a lot of cuisines. It makes vegetables and everything taste good. You know, and I know some purists, oh, vegetables taste good raw, whatever. That's your life. I don't have to deal with it. You know, I grew up in a very blended cultural household, and cooking vegetables the Asian way makes vegetables easier to go down. The thing is, she's going on about all the spices and stuff in the pickles. She's not talking about the sodium, but that's coming too, y'all.
they don't have dill. They're really good. Instead of dill, they have
I
tarragon.
doubt it.
You know, when I have a platter of spaghetti, the first thing I think of to have on the side is a giant jar of pickles. Definitely not a nice salad.
Salad, sometimes I get to splurge, not all the time. A little bit of garlic knots, a piece of Texas toast with garlic butter. That's a treat every once in a while. But most pasta is nice and dense, and you should be able to eat it on your own. You don't really need a side with pasta if you do it well. But Foodie does nothing well.
So here's the whole wheat chicken pasta. Before you come for me, which you will anyway.
Nobody's coming for you. We're coming for that abomination on the plate. I don't care about you, and I wish you would get that through your thick, thick, thick skull. This is a food crime, ma'am, and I told you, whenever you put food in your gullet, I was going to try to review the walking video, but that was more waddle and pause than walk, so I just don't care right now. And I don't care about your live streams unless you give us a good rage. And you only did one cooking video when you made that god-awful Syrian breakfast out of mostly canned and already processed stuff. Yet somebody, I think it maybe even Dookie Ido, one of the really good reactors from Australia, showed what a proper Syrian breakfast looked like from another YouTuber who does the cooking online. And it looked so pretty, and it looked way better than the slop that you tried to make trying to entice Scatman back. Sorry, heifer, it was a fail.
But I'm seeing an endocrinologist about my diabetes, and he...
You're a liar. I have to see one next Tuesday. They don't see anything wrong with my kidneys, but because of the hypocalcemia, we want to make sure that stays that way. So I've got both a kidney specialist, another, they check check your internal organ specialist. As a follow-up coming up soon, I got a mammogram scheduled. I'm going to be a busy girl trying to keep myself together for my partner. You're lying, though, because if an endocrinologist just looked at your MAL that you showed us when you were bragging last year about your diabetes arc, they would have kept you and did some internal tests and probably procedures on your internal organs, because your numbers are out of whack. And no, y'all, I will not show you my private, it's called HIPAA for a reason here in the States. They are private papers. You don't show that stuff. But this heifer, she don't care.
Is, I don't know if it's because of his cultural background. I think he's Indian, so he like really...
It's always the casual bigotry. That's not really casual because she's a full-on bigot. Who cares what his nationality is? I would not put up the nationality of my doctors as anything. I do know that the younger the doctor, from my experience, the more impatient they are with questions and stuff. But the elder doctors that I've been dealing with and the female doctors have been amazing. They listen, they want to hear you, they want to answer your questions, and they want you to feel confident in your personal health goals. I don't know what going on about his nationality has to do with it. Any doctor of any nationality would tell you you need more veggies, less carbs, no sugars, and no salt. But you won't listen. So keep making up stuff in your head, Delulu. We know you, we see you.
Seems to favor vegetarian food, and he likes carbs within.
You know there are some Indians that do eat meat, right? Different meats. And yes, while a lot of cultures favor more vegetarian because it is easy produce to produce, that's not why. It's because you need more vegetables. Stupid.
Limits, but whole grain or whole wheat.
Chantal,
Lies.
be fucking for real. That doctor being Indian had absolutely nothing to do with what he recommended for you to eat to help get your diabetes under control.
Exactly.
No endocrinologist would recommend a fucking diabetic rely on a carb-forward diet.
Exactly.
This is so clearly a lie to excuse you eating whatever you want to eat.
Yep.
I'm willing to bet money the doctor wasn't even Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Except rice.
She
White
doesn't
rice, he
kill
says,
them.
like the palm of your hand plus half.
You don't need the palm of your trotters plus half. You already eat too many carbs, but like I said, ain't my life being thrown away, heifer. It's yours.
This is like 2 cups of cooked spaghetti.
I thought the other day you said he recommended a cup and a half of rice. Now we're back to a palm and a half. I don't know if you realize this, but we can actually see you in that plate. This is not the radio. That is absolutely not 2 cups of pasta,
Nope.
unless you measured with that giant mug next to you right now.
Yep.
So what I'm doing is I have my MyFitnessPal downloaded, and they don't let you lose over they don't program more than 2 pounds per week weight loss. They deem that a healthy rate.
That's a lie, and that's stupid. You're stupid. I lost 21 pounds in 3 freaking weeks. You should be able to do that if you really put your mind to it, but you won't. And the only thing I got to do while I was at the hospital was I think they gave me like 20 minutes of physical therapy, which originally started with them testing my arms, testing my legs. They seen I had strength in them. And then I got to walk. And the second time I had to go in because my calcium kept dipping, I got to walk with music. You need physical activity to burn the amount of food you're shoveling in, but you don't have the stamina or energy to do it. You're talking about losing 2 pounds per week. You need to lose more than that, heifer. For real. This is ridiculous.
So I'm allowed like 1,800 and like something odd calories. I'll post it here. And
to lose weight, and this is stuff I looked up because I really wanted to do this properly, especially after the hypocalcemia. You're allowed 1850. Get the fuck out of here. But to lose weight, especially for women, you need to keep the calories under 1,500. 1,200 is preferred for people in super hyper morbidly obese. Is what a lot of bariatric surgeons recommend. Keep it to a 1,200 calorie per day diet. But you, if you were like me, which you're not, thank God, can go to 1,500 and still have a significant weight loss and a safe weight loss. But most women are allowed 2,000 calories if they're healthy a day to maintain the weight they're in. This is stuff you learn when you work with a dietitian and doctors and people who want to see you continue on. You're a liar who lies with liabetes.
They want me to walk 6,000 steps a day. That's going to take me like an hour and a half.
You probably need to walk about 10K steps or 12K steps from the amount of food you put in you. It's not hard if you don't think about it. It's not hard if you put some earbuds in your ear, listen to some music, and just walk to the songs. You can even program your playlist to hit an hour and a half, however long it takes you. But you can't keep pausing, too. You have to go. That's why I was proud when I finally got up to 40 minutes, and I'm pissed that I can't do it right now until I'm fully healed up on my bike so that I can show you that walking, exercising, talking can be done. As long as I got music in my ears, I can do anything. But you don't care about this fitness routine.
It takes a regular person about an hour, apparently.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. Why are we getting our daily caloric intake limit from an app? Is this not something you discussed with your endocrinologist?
Nope. Because he's made up.
You guys? Oh my gosh. The chicken flavor?
Gross. Once again, watching her foodgasm is making me physically ill. But I'm telling you, I ain't never had real chicken pasta. I like chicken, I like pasta. I don't always put them together. When I make my pasta, it has meat, it has veggies, and it has the noodles cooked properly. I can't relate to whatever this slop is, but it's going to get worse, y'all. I'm warning you ahead of time. If you have weak stomachs, watching how she put this slop together might just make you want to throw up.
I usually cut this kind of stuff out, but I want you to see how she's about to squirt on her couches like Sulla over some damn spaghetti.
But
especially after
there
we
goes
see how
that. I
she
don't want
made
another
it.
orange slice right now.
The whole wheat pasta
I might
is
choke.
really nice. Doesn't taste much different. There's more of a bite to it. And it's healthier, more fiber. So I think I'm going to be going walking at night.
You need less carbs, more walking, like you said. It don't matter if it's whole wheat or regular to me because I don't do a lot of it. Pasta can last forever if you store it properly, and I've got a ton of pasta just sitting for whenever I'm in the mood, which is you get in the blue moon that you want a spaghetti dish. Me and the kid will eat it, especially if I only put vegetables in his because he doesn't like meat like that. And sometimes I'll make his on the side and then I add the veggies and meat to mine too. But I make sure that my kid's happy. He only likes veggie pasta. It is what it is. But the shit you're saying about walking and all the shit you're putting in yourself, you're not telling the doctor everything and it's clear. Being honest, and they'll test you if you really went to a doctor, is your best bet. That's why I was treated so well at the hospital, because I don't have a reason to lie. I really want to change my life. I really started doing the right thing. And if it wasn't for that food poisoning, I don't think I would have suffered as much as I did. I might have still had low calcium, so I'm glad for it. But it is frustrating watching you try to give medical advice when you haven't really been to a medical professional. It's in your head, delusional.
If I do go, you'll get a video. If not, I'll have to start tomorrow. I had really bad pain today.
Oh, here we go.
I just
Play through the pain, heifer. Sometimes you gotta push past it, breathe, and play through the fucking pain if you want to see results. Shut the fuck up.
So, I woke up, took a pain pill, went back to bed. It's just like it's like a strong Advil. It's not anything else. It's not like a narcotic or anything, and I slept a while. But when I woke up, the pain was mostly gone.
I'm sure she is in pain. I mean, look at her. But it sure comes at convenient times when she doesn't want to move off the couch.
Thank God for that. Oh, what kind of fucking ad is this? Is that supposed to get you to want to try a gummy? Because no thank you. But she talks about pain. Pain is a real thing, whether you're big or small, when you start getting towards the 40s. It's a natural process. It's how your nerves let you know, hey, something's not right, or hey, you're not feeling it. It just is what it is. But you don't have to pop a pain pill every time. active exercise, taking care of yourself, can help with a lot of that. You were constantly on the floor. I guess us mocking that made you decide to break one of them Timu chairs. You could be meditating. There is so much that you can do to help your body that you refuse to do. And I don't know, couldn't be me. But this ad is weird.
Yay, I just love wellness. Getting your daily dose of nutrients
Who the fuck blends without the top?
This pasta is amazing.
Hey,
Chantal, I wanted to ask you, do you prefer cooking videos where I'm showing my whole self in the kitchen?
I prefer that you learn how to cook. If you really want my honest opinion, since I know you watch me, Heifer, I would rather you learn how to cook first. Stop getting your cooking techniques from TikTok and other really bad sources. I told you Binging with Babish has an amazing series on pasta alone. You need help because this shit ain't it. I don't care if I see all of you. I would prefer to see your cooking techniques, but not really because you cook pasta in a rice cooker. But don't ask me what I prefer because I prefer not to see you at all.
Or you prefer just clips like what I'm showing you here? I'll show you. I better get to that. So basically, what I did for this pasta, I boiled the noodles in the rice cooker. You can totally cook pasta in the rice cooker. It's very...
I could hear my best friend's mother, who is now an old Italian nonna, who you brought up. And let me say something about old nonnas. Yeah, some of them, after having a few kids, she had 3, still friends with them, they do gain a little bit of weight, but they can go up and down hills, and they can cook for an entire family without fucking breaking a sweat. And their friends, too. Don't play. You go over to an Italian mother's house and you don't eat, that's a sign of disrespect. So I learned, eat. But, rice cookers are just that. I know some people get creative with them, but I prefer a pot of boiling water, a pinch of sodium, not a lot. Let that water boil because you want them noodles to cook properly. But I guess this is a step up from them dum-dums on TikTok who just put rat meat and pasta and then stick it in the oven. Fucking food crimes all over the place. That's why my son's main squeeze, if they get serious, I'm testing her. She needs to know how to cook because this shit ain't it. Younger generation, man.
Added a bit of sea salt. Himalayan pink salt is what I use.
You didn't need any more sodium, and you're eating the pickles which have sodium. You are going to swell and then blame your rapid weight gain on that, and no, honey. It's the carbs, it's the sodium, it's whatever that swill is. It ain't good for you, and you need to see a real doctor, because this shit ain't it.
I had 2 leftover chicken carcasses with some breast still on it.
Why would you call it carcasses? I heard this on Yaba's stream this morning. I'm just like, her display is unappealing. Her words are unappealing. She is unappealing. Why would you call it chicken carcasses? It's leftover chicken. And you're deboning them. There. A home cook teaching a non-home cook what proper terms is for what you're doing. I guess calling it carcasses is good because you're going to be a carcass if you keep eating like that.
And I thought, what am I going to make it? But I'm craving pasta. So, and I don't have any ground beef in the house. So,
you just did a grocery haul. Did you Kirby Hoover the ground beef too? Like, none of this is making sense because I thought I seen ground beef and other questionable meats in that grocery haul, the frozen stuff.
The carcasses with a bit of olive oil on the bottom so it doesn't stick in a pot. And I let that cook down for about a minute or 2 on medium high. And then I reduced the heat a bit and I added some water to the pot to make like a...
So you made a slight stock, but if you had the proper implements or utensils, you could have taken that takeout chicken. Because we know you didn't make that chicken. You're such a fucking liar. You've said several times that it was chicken you made when then you showed a follow-up video was takeout. That is clearly a takeout rotisserie chicken, which you could have if you had proper knives or even just one proper sharp knife, deboned, strip the meat off of it, and then if you wanted to use the bones for a broth, you could do that separate. What you did was the lazy person's way, and then you put the fucking bone. We'll get to it. She's
really concentrated chicken flavored broth.
She is really about to describe to us in detail how she made spaghetti. This is how you know she never cooks anything because it's spaghetti.
And of course all those seasonings.
Not only spaghetti, but chicken bit slop, from a restaurant to her own whatever pop that is. What kills me about the shit she does right now is she knows it don't make sense. She knows that people like me are going to pick it apart. And this is the only attention she can get. The man that she claims to love her ain't with her. She has no friends. Her beezers are dwindling because they see, oh, she's back in Kuwait. We don't want to see that arc no more. We'll watch a reactor react to her nonsense instead. And this heifer gets mad. That's the only reason why I'm keeping this going, y'all, because honestly, she really is never going to change.
From the chicken roast will incorporate into that as well, so it's really, really yummy. And one of the carcasses was store-bought, and one of them, like from a restaurant, and one of them was the one I made. And I noticed the seasonings on.
All right, Chef Beater Spoyardi, stop it with the okay. You get on my nerves with that shit. I don't believe that you cooked any of those chickens yourself. You already said one was for a restaurant. I guarantee you 2 of them was from a restaurant. Because once again, we all are clear, she's a liar who lies with liabetes, right? I don't need to keep explaining to you how much this heifer lies about everything she does. But what kills me about this shit is that she knows she didn't make no damn chicken, because if she did, she would have showed us. She would have bragged about it. But she's going to brag in a way that makes it seem like she did the work. And this is how you need to spot her lies. Because if she did the work, she would at least have some video proof or picture proof. She never does.
The one I made, so much better. So
I doubt that. I fucking doubt it. I really fucking doubt it. I mean, maybe better for your taste buds, because you probably overloaded it with butter, cooked it in the pressure. Well, she doesn't even have a pressure cooker. That's something I have. Cooked it in the oven for way too long with too much butter. But I doubt anything you cook is better than a restaurant, honey. That's why people eat at restaurants, because the food quality is higher and they don't want their reputation to be sullied. So you can fuck right off with your lies. Okay, to keep the rage down. You don't want to punch her. You don't want to punch her. You don't want to. I really do want to. You don't want to punch her. Really do, though. Really, when she does this shit, when she looks like this, all satisfied because the only thing that gives her satisfaction is piles of slop. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll come down off my high horse.
You can't even get on a horse.
Exactly. I said that in Yaba's chat. She would kill a high horse. She would kill a low horse. She would kill any horse with her size. She needs to shut all the way the fuck up with this nonsense, because she's only doing it to piss off reaction channels at this point. And good job, heifer. Because I'm only 7 minutes in, and I'm wondering about my life choices every day now. I'm back from the hospital. I am not going to let this heifer put me back.
Up.
I figure, like, and I'm just going on a whim here, so I cook with instinct, kind of, like,
You need to cook with recipes, dummy. I don't want to hear what cook with instincts. That comes from years of experience and having recipes passed down to you or knowing what you're doing. You can't cook with instinct. You're like a toddler in the kitchen right now, and it's shameful.
Ways. So then I had like leftover tomato sauce, homemade garlic tomato sauce in the fridge. I added that. I took the carcass.
How much you want to bet? Suck on the carcass. Oh my God. Feel like Lilo right now. Feeling like I need my music, because this is killing my soul. How much you want to bet that was jarred spaghetti sauce that she showed us in the grocery haul instead? Why does she lie so much? Why?
This is out, and then I strained all the pieces out, so it's just the broth left. And then I added the tomato, about a tablespoon of butter, and a bit more sea salt, a bit of onion powder, because carrot and onion would be good in this, but I can't add veggies because picky eaters.
I can't imagine.
Sorry, chicken pickle, no offense, but I needed to address this after I heard it earlier this morning. You're the only picky eater in your house, and you know it. And you need more veggies in your life, and you know it. But you keep trying to act like the scat bot is around. If he's a picky eater, he's getting up there at age 2. He's 30. Eat more vegetables, Salah, you dummy. But I don't believe he's there. Nobody believes he's there. And you're the only picky eater that conveniently forgets the vegetables all the time. Unless you're chopping them really big into a salad that you don't like, drowning it in dressing that you don't need, or trying to force down a gross tuna fish salad that you made. I'm not offending you tuna fish eaters, with big chunks of peppers. You need more veggies, but you don't know how to cook veggies, so shut up.
Imagine sitting there telling the world my adult husband will not eat a carrot, while knowing the entire world knows he eats shit.
I guess I could add them on the side. I think I'll do that from now on. Saute some veggies on the side and add it in for myself. Now, I didn't feel like separating it today, I guess. So now, what did I do after that? Then I added some, I let that cook down with the tomato sauce, and I added about a cup of sharp cheddar cheese and let it all dissolve into the sauce, and a bit of Parmesan, maybe just a couple tablespoons.
So you added cheese on cheese? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get to the part where she decides she wants to be a reaction channel, even though she walks that fucking shit back in under 12 hours. Because she probably realized, like most people who try to react but don't have the personality for it, it ain't easy. Me, I'm used to the dozens. I have a way thicker skin than a lot of people, so insult away, don't care. I feel like when your family puts you through the motions and you can clap back with friends, you don't let what strangers think about you get to you, and that's why it's easy for me to react to her fuck shit. But some people, like Foodie, are very paper-thin skin. So she thought she could do what we did. She did a test run, and I guess it didn't work out for her. Guess her cheerleading squad couldn't write her a good enough script that she felt good about. Or she tried to write it herself, and she realized that was a fail. Either way, she sucks.
You lost me at sharp cheddar cheese. This is spaghetti, not mac and cheese.
Then I added the drained pasta, and I rinsed it under cold water because I don't want the noodles to bunch up. So I put it in the sauce with the chicken. I took the chicken off the chicken carcass. I know it's
you deboned it, dummy. Deboned. The word is deboned. For anybody who needs to know what the term is, it's called deboning. And she should have did it before she boiled it and boiled the bones separately to make a bone broth and chicken stock. It's old school home cooking. But she's never going to learn. So I'm wasting my breath if you watch Heifer, which I know you do.
Whatever. And then I just let it heat through. Cook down for maybe 5 minutes. Or maybe more like 3 minutes. And then I plated it up.
Yeah.
You have an easy chicken pasta.
Yeah.
It tastes really good.
Doubt it.
And it's seasoned perfectly. I don't have to add salt.
Somebody who, I don't smoke, so I don't know. But I've heard it from people around me who smoke, including family members, that smoking, which she does, even though she smokes like a toddler, puff in, puff out really quick, trying to look cool, does fuck with your taste buds. So you honestly end up over seasoning just so you could taste something. I guarantee you, if you or anybody else took a bite of that swill and not her, and you don't have those kind of taste buds, that shit would be gross. Just the shit she put in it. But the seasoning alone, she overdoes it. And she's out of pepper.
Or anything. I was worried about that. I love cooking with chicken.
Thank you for the step-by-step on how to make spaghetti. I'm sure we'd all be lost without your generous help.
This is the breast meat. I didn't, Salah eats the legs usually, both legs, in one meal.
He said I'll eat ass for 8 hours. I heard it. I know y'all heard it too. 8-hour ass eater.
But I don't usually ever eat both breasts. That's why there's always some left.
Whatever. There we go. Now watch this shit. That's nasty. Look at that pause. Look at that pause, y'all. She's sucking on the bone like she's an old southern grandpa that wants to get all that meat off the marrow. Oh, yeah. But she's desirable, y'all. Like the previous thing that I just reviewed on this double feature. She's desirable. It's not her weight. Any man looking at this will be instantly attractive. It's your delusion, Heifer. We ain't gotta live with it. Gross.
So you just sat here patting yourself on that big back for making the perfect spaghetti, only to then almost choke on a chicken bone. I can't even believe you caught that with the half cup of noodles you're shoving directly down your throat with each bite.
Make sure you remove all the bones. I had a dream that...
Who the fuck has bones in their... Oh my gosh. I was telling Axiom Wolf this, and I mean it. When I make pasta, everything is finely diced if it's vegetables so that nobody chokes. meat is either crumbled, or sometimes I put meatballs in because sometimes you want that nice bite of a meatball. If you're going to use chicken, ground chicken is probably better for the pasta. Make it a bolognese. But she doesn't know what she's doing. And now she's going to talk about her silly ass dreams where she's no longer wearing the hijab and how it upsets her. That's your mind, spirit, and body telling you that you're done with this cosplay, whether you want to accept it or not, heifer. And another thing, she's wearing that ugly ass 5X sweater from Penitence. She can't tell me it's a 3X because, bitch, I'm wearing a 2 to 3X now myself right now. We ain't the same size. And it hangs loose on me, so we definitely ain't the same size. Black is supposed to be slimming, honey. You don't look slim. You look swollen. I can't with the chewing, sorry.
I was off for some reason.
I'm a dip.
Dirty ass hands into that jar of pickles. Disgusting.
Yep.
Grammarly now uses AI to help you write.
I don't need AI to help me
Type a
write.
prompt
Get
and
out of here.
I'm thinking of doing something. Because if I can't...
And no, I'm not anti-AI, just quick sidebar. I actually enjoy that we are in the digital age. I don't need it to help me write, but I will utilize what I have in my imagination about how some humans hate AI, some humans utilize AI, but AI really is our future. And you all just need to deal with it. It's not going to replace people. The human imagination, human creativity is always going to be needed. And sure, some people might try to use our styles to train AI, but they will never have the spontaneous imagination as us that I can think of, unless it, like in my first book, we start merging technologies with human DNA. I would love for that to be our future. I would love to merge with the digital world. But we are a long way away from it because we have dum-dums like this succeeding when smart people are pushed to the side because, oh, you're too smart. We don't want that. It's against our morals. Fundies are holding us all back. Sorry for the tangent, but I needed it.
There's a huge issue, particularly with me. People like to stream snipe directly my content when I go live.
Because your content sucks. And the only way some of us who cannot tolerate your chewing, lies, and stuff can deal with it is to sit in those who make it entertaining. You call it stream sniping. A lot of people wait days after your fuck shit to review it. I'm sure there's a couple that don't, but I don't watch those fuckers, so I don't care. And the only one I could come close to saying maybe, but he doesn't actually stream snipes. He takes silent pictures and he reviews everything you do is Garlic Bread. And I know he made a reputation, but that was before me. And as long as he doesn't put his business out there now, I'm not going backwards. I don't care. I enjoy his commentary because he still tries to help the heifer out. But I think he's starting to get like all of us. Well, we're just watching to see how long it takes for you to be bedbound.
Meaning, it gives people an opportunity to not watch my stream.
We don't want to watch your stream. You suck.
Right.
You suck. You suck food. You suck air. You suck the life out of people who watch you. We don't want to watch you because you suck.
Let me stop you right there. Those people won't watch you on your channel regardless.
Exactly.
What you fail to realize is that other people make you more entertaining.
Yep.
They watch whatever reactor they watch because they make your miserable content watchable.
Amen.
And yeah, maybe some people wouldn't watch at all. That's fine, but still. There's also some reaction channels who use my entire content. I go out and do the hard work.
The hard work of what?
Hide behind an avatar and steal my content just to...
No avatar here, stupid. You said cam up. I'm not afraid to cam up. I don't care what you think about me because I'm actually content. Second of all, what hard work? Hardly cooking and shoveling slop in your face? Waddling with your husband, alleged husband, boyfriend more likely, contract partner more likely, filming you at very unflattering angles? What hard work are you talking about, heifer? Because I don't see it at all. Okay, it's not... Gotta do
to insult me,
just a little bit for
or
the family.
tell lies about me, or whatever, attack me.
How is it telling lies when we're using the shit you say? You are always trying to play the victim, but you can't be the victim of your own bullshit. Tell lies about what, Chantel? I thought you were supposed to do the video copping back all the lies. It ain't lies, so you know you can't do it. We literally use what you put on the internet back at you. Get help, because you need it, heifer.
In some way, okay?
Chantal, you've never worked a hard day in your life.
Ever.
You can have every opinion about reaction channels that you want.
Yep, we don't care.
But what we do is within terms of service.
Yep.
Get over it or find another platform.
It's called fair use. And even if she puts it on another platform, as long as we transform it and put it on here, there's not fuck all she can do about it. That's your life, Miss Wannabe E-Celeb. Get over yourself.
I'm thinking for those people, since they won't stop, and until YouTube does something about it, if they ever do, because I can't copyright.
YouTube won't, because it's fair use as long as it's transformative, and you've been explained that like a 3-year-old several times. So she's going to lie and say that she's going to try it, but she couldn't. And it's hilarious for all of us who were waiting on bated breath to see who she was going to... We knew it was going to be FFG or Yaba. But we were hoping that she would come our way because she knows there's some girl. There's another heifer from Michigan. I don't mean to call you a heifer. I love your channel. Just found you. Skinny Queens Reacts that I've been watching too. We just tell it like it is. Like I said, we have all been around the block a few times. We do things to try to keep our health intact. We know you're lying, heifer, and you just don't like that we can point out your lies.
My videos are not copyrighted, okay?
They can't be copyrighted. You don't do anything but shovel food in your face and waddle. Stop it. Get help.
So if that copyright strikes somebody, you have to be willing to go to court and all that.
No, because you're not even serious enough about it. You never go to court. You're afraid the copyright strike because the moment we put it back at you because it's fair use, your channel would be fucking terminated. Don't think I didn't learn all the stuff that I needed to, because I hope to be starting, once I get my specialist stuff out of the way, a once-a-week call out the heifer exclusively on YouTube. I really want to keep my Twitch about the Bonnet Chronicles, politics, and social issues. And I can't keep merging the two because it takes up way too much time. And plus, I now have almost 600 subscribers. I know at least 400 of those came directly from calling you out. So I want to give them what they want. A live stream of my reacts so you can see that nothing's going to change except I will be more live and chat will be busy. And tragically, I hope you're ready to be a mod there like you are on Twitch because, girl, I'm going to need it.
All that stuff, so no. And it's very hard to win those cases.
It's hard to win those cases because it's fair use.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of bringing back Foodie Beauty Reacts back. Or making
well, she did, but she didn't. Lazy.
For those who...
Couple's channel's dead. He probably told her that she needs to make him more money. So she's like, I got a good idea. Your reacts did well, which they did. And he was bragging about making $15. Okay. But she said the couple's channel was needing content, and people who went there to watch you and Scatbot aren't going to watch you fail react to people that literally have your life up their archive. So, I mean, go off, heifer. But honestly, this would be more embarrassing for you than us.
Stream snipe me.
React
to their stream on that channel.
Please do.
Yes.
I want to see you react to the videos of everyone reading off the Sala and Kybella DMs.
Spoiler alert, she doesn't, because she knows a lot of us have been talking about the scat arc. The poo-wait arc, as we've been calling it. The fact that she couldn't even stay in Canada long enough to Grinch stole Christmas presents from her family, who really didn't even really want her there arc. This has been a sad couple of years now, Foodie. When are you going to stop struggling and start striving, heifer?
And for those who just make a 2-hour stream or 3-hour stream reacting to my vlogs, I will just read.
I'm honestly hoping to try to keep it under an hour to an hour and a half tops because she's exhausting and I don't like the sound of her chewing at all. And I'd rather not subject you to all of that if I have to. But we have so many amazing editors that normally cut this out. But she was high on her own supply in this nonsense. So I'm glad Chicken Pickle got us all of this. But I'm about ready to wrap this up soon because I need enough time to go make my family's lunch. Make sure that I get me a nice healthy salad made. And just do the thing. Because for real, when you've got stuff to live for, you don't want to waste it on this dreary abyss soul heifer.
use their entire stream on my channel and use their content to make a few bucks, even if it's $5 a video.
Say you're broke without saying you're broke. You think you're gonna make $5 a video? I'm doing this YouTube shit for free, basically. Uploaded my videos, probably gonna do lives for free for a bit, because honestly, it is not stable income for those of us who didn't want to eat ourselves to death for views and make your channel views by that way. I don't need YouTube money that badly, and I know it's ironic with the healthcare fund that I did, but that is a whole different bag than depending on views and everything else, especially when I cuss, especially when I'm not safe for work. And YouTube will never really monetize me because I'm not willing to change my attitude for it. So I never banked on YouTube. I make more on Twitch than I would ever make on YouTube. So yeah, no thank you.
Whatever. You know, if people who truly support me want to watch
I doubt
streams,
it.
but don't want to watch it through them directly and give them the view, I'll do the same thing.
Which you have every right to do.
She does.
You won't. But literally nobody would care.
Exactly.
It would just give us more content and more laughs because you've never been able to drag anything other than your right leg when you walk.
No.
Not only that, but her insults hasn't graduated from the elementary school level. And she gets so mad at those of us who we know how to do it. It's not our fault. Some of us got our insult game from being insulted. Some of us are just naturals at it. You never learn. And you look like a weirdo trying, but I would have loved to seen you try. It's too bad you gave up so soon. Now, I'm going to let her go on just a little bit more, but I really want to get started on my family's lunch and stuff while I have the energy.
I'm not discouraging people from watching them, but
You can't. Those who like us, even if they do or don't like you, aren't going to change because you do a fail react. You think way too highly of yourself, heifer. I don't get it. Ego should not be that big when you literally run it back to a poo man in Kuwait. I don't get your ego. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and you're full on arrogant, heifer.
because I don't know why anyone would want to watch somebody attacking the same person all the time.
Because it's funny. Do you really need to hear that? It's fucking funny. Are we clear, heifer? Sometimes they just want to come and laugh at people's reactions. Sometimes they just want to come and laugh and talk to others in the stream. Sometimes they just want to watch somebody who's literally poisoning themselves without the dreariness. That is why they watch us. I know you can't stand it, but it ain't about you, heifer.
But anyone who just has an entire channel about me, I'm gonna make an entire channel about you guys.
I fucking triple dog dare you. I hope you walk back the walk back, because that would be hilarious. Because like I said, you're a college dropout. I have my degree. Might be an associate, but it still means I finished school. You can't say that. Your man don't love you. Most of your men haven't. The ones that did, you cheated on and treated like shit. You're eating yourself to death. You gained allegedly 13 pounds. I lost 21 pounds. I don't have to prove it to people because people can see the visible difference. You have to cover in a hijab. I'd never culture vulture. Matter of fact, until I'm done with the specialist next week, my talismans are staying off just in case. But I can't wait to get my talismans back on, because that's the only symbols that I wear around religiously. Because I'm pagan, and I believe that knowledge is my true spiritual path. I don't disbelieve in different religions and stuff. I love studying them. And that's how I know you're not doing the right things, heifer.
And I'm going to use every one of your videos.
I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Will you please tell me what you think about my poop hat ode to your husband?
Because having a channel just to make fun of somebody, if there's legit criticism or things to talk about,
She wouldn't take it. And I'm going to wrap this up here because she just starts getting super repetitive. And like I said, my day can't be wrapped up around you, Foodie. I know you get your shit started at 4:30, but some of us have to do responsible things for our house. I'm going to let y'all know right now that if she had reacted to FFG or Yaba, because she only goes after what she thinks are big dog channels, that would have been hysterical. I would have loved it because it would have given me content for days. But if she had dared come after me, okay, heifer, I'm waiting for you to come correct. You've tried to knock my dental stuff. I don't care. You've tried to knock my fitness regimen, but you've seen in those, because I knew you watched, and then you made you salty, that my man doesn't mind touching me, sweaty or not. You cannot relate, and I love that for you. But I'm going to wrap this up. While my energy levels, I think that D freaking vitamin thing they gave me is kicking in too. So I am so happy, y'all. I do not want to be sick anymore, and I don't like this. I don't mind doing these when I feel really energetic and I'm not running on empty. But even so, she literally drains anybody who watches her. So those of you who watch her directly, y'all are troopers. But it couldn't be me. I will stay reacting to the react. Thank you all for watching. Be on the lookout for the announcement when I'm going to start the live streams. They'll probably be on Saturday, because it is the only day that I truly have free after cleaning. More than likely in the afternoon, so I can get my morning cleaning routine done. But I think a Saturday stream on YouTube will be proper. But I do want to get my week of specialist visits and follow-ups done. I've already had a couple this week too, but I am serious about getting back to healthy. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your kind words. And thank you all for your comments in the comment section. If you like this video, and I know I hate hearing it, but I'm going to say it because it's the YouTube spiel. Consider a like, consider subscribe, comment. I will do my best to get back and comment at you, even if it's just a big hug to start. Thank you all for inviting me into this community. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you all again soon, because she doesn't stop this nonsense, so I'm not either. Bloop.